Here we are, and thanks for calling, and thanks for tuning in, and thanks for listening, and thanks for thinking. You want to think? It's all about thinking. My name is Paul Wilson. I'm a life coach, a speaker, writer, thinker, just doing a lot of things. I'm also a granddad and great granddad. That's probably the coolest thing. But today I want to visit with you a little bit about Stephen Covey's eighth habit, from effectiveness to greatness. If you've been around the business world at all, you are no doubt familiar with Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That was published in 1989, and it received rave reviews, continues to do, and it's one of those foundational books in the world of business. In fact, in the world of life, if you want to know the truth. Covey talked about his 7 habits that I think are just absolutely, totally awesome to know about and review about from time to time. 7 habits start with being proactive. Yes, be proactive. Second habit is to begin with the end in mind. He actually says, go to your own funeral and write your obituary based on what you want to happen at your funeral, beginning with the end in mind of where do you want to go with this project or this event or this activity. Number 3, put first things first. He talks about the 2x2 quadrant of important, unimportant, urgent, and non-urgent things. That's really important. Those are the interior things, the personal things you do. Then the 4, 5, and 6 have to do with you interacting with other people. Think win-win. Keller Williams real estate company has a win-win-win philosophy. If it's not a win for everybody, it's not a win for anybody. And then 5th, seek first to understand and then be understood. How many times do you get into a conversation and are more concerned about what your response is than listening to why the other person's coming? And number 6, synergize, combine the strengths of people around you through positive teamwork. Those are the 6 habits. And then the 7th habit is sharpen the saw. Kaizen is what he calls it. So those are the basic background habits. Those are all about being effective. The 8th habit is about being great. So his 8th habit builds on the idea and shifts from the effectiveness to greatness. That's a really great concept. So I just want to run through these ideas with you real quickly and talk to you about some things that he's talking about. The big deal and going from effective to great is finding your voice and inspiring others to find theirs, not motivating people, but inspiring them. Because if there are people around you, you can inspire, you can ignore, or you can just motivate. Well, Covey talks about inspiring. So let's talk about inspiring from this whole perspective. The voice is the intersection of talent, which you're naturally good at, passion, what excites you deeply, need, what the world needs, there's a song in there somewhere, and conscience, what you feel is right. So Covey introduces the whole person paradigm, body, mind, heart, and spirit, and stresses leadership in helping people see their worth and potential clearly so that they begin to live their own life. 5 key principles in the idea of the 8th habit. First of all, discover your voice. Find out who you are. Who are you? I talk about this in the why operating system and genius paradigm. It's important to know who you are. If someone were to come up to you and say, "Who are you?" Well, I'm a pipe fitter, or I'm a plumber, or I'm an electrician, or I'm a salesperson. That's not who you are. It's what you do. So understanding who you are, developing your unique combination of strengths and purpose is you. That's developing your voice, knowing who you are and being able to actually articulate who you are. That's very important. Second key principle is to express your voice through your vision, discipline, passion, and conscience. You know, a lot of people don't have a vision. A lot of people don't have a purpose. A lot of people don't have a mission that they have in writing. They may say maybe their purpose is just to get through this day or through this hour. One of the things that I like to do in my program is to encourage people to create a purpose, mission, vision statement, and sprinkle that with values. Your values are very important, so we could include values in this program. So once you have your purpose, mission, vision, once you have who you are, then you need to have some discipline in doing what you need to be doing. You need to identify your passion, your purpose, your why operating system, your genius, identifying your genius, and then your conscience. Let your conscience be your guide. Hopefully your conscience is aligned with reality and legal things. The third key principle is to inspire others. Leadership is about enabling others to find their voice and to use their voice. You have people under you that need your leadership, that need your guidance, that need you to be with them as they proceed in life. There's a Gallup poll that came out some time ago that said that 68% of the workforce is disengaged. And up to 20% of those people are silently quitting, basically just processing food and occupying time and space. That really is, that's really difficult to hear. But I think the reason why that is because a lot of people are not in the right seat in the bus. Some people are on the wrong bus. So if people are not energized about what they're doing and they don't feel like what they're doing is worthwhile, they'll probably be disengaged and misaligned. So what we need to do as leaders is to inspire others to, number one, find, and number two, use their voice. Figure out who they are. The fourth key principle in the 8th habit of highly effective people is to lead by example. You, as a leader, model integrity, trust, and respect. Very, very important items for you. It is important for you to be the leader out front so people can see what you're doing and do what you're doing. If people around you are doing what you are doing, is that a good thing? Well, not so much. There are absolutely known absentee leaders that are not around the office. But what we need to do as leaders, literally, is to lead by example. And lastly, the key principle is empowerment over control. Covey suggests that we replace command and control, micromanaging, to trust and inspire. Trusting and inspiring people. If you give them the correct guidance and you know who they are, and you know what they can do, and you know what their strengths and PowerPoints and superpowers are, just give them the mission and get out of their way. You can trust them and inspire them. And yes, you need to, on occasion, as a leader, inspect the work to see if it's on track. But that's what is. And that was a quick and dirty about the 8th habit of highly effective people. I'll follow this and end this with this. There are 5 practical to-do list items that I'll just cover for you real quickly. And just as a overview, and if you'd like to know more about this, I'll be happy to talk with you about it or get the book and read it. It's really powerful. Number 1, discover your own voice. Figure out who you are. Who are you? Where are you? And where are you going? Number 2, align your daily actions. Start each day with 5 minutes of intention setting. That's very good. There's a number of different models out there. The Ivy system is very good. The Eisenhower matrix is very good. Just find a system for you to use, and at least 5 minutes a day, every day, at the start of the day, figure out what you're going to be doing that day. Or maybe the night before, you can do the same thing. Number 3, lead from the inside out. You need to be empathically listening to the people around you and understanding what's going on inside of them so that you can be more effective as a leader. In fact, we go to the 80-20 rule. Listen 80% of the time, talk 20% of the time. And when you're talking, maybe just asking questions, getting them, your subordinates or the people around you, not even subordinates, be around you, what's going on in their life. Number 4, inspire others to find their voice. Ask members what excites you about what you do. Listen, maybe encourage, maybe inspire, maybe suggest, but you got to find out what's going on with them. So a lot of that's just listening. And then finally, build the whole person habit. The whole person habit is body, mind, spirit, and heart. So what Covey suggests is exercise every day. Read or learn something every day. Invest in meaningful relationships, and then reflect, meditate, and pray daily, whatever your specific spiritual orientation is. I've got a mentor, Larry Kendall, who is a internationally known realtor in Fort Collins, Colorado. He wrote the book Ninja Selling. Great book. If you're interested in selling, you might want to get a hold of that book. It's not just about real estate, although real estate is the platform that he uses. But in his book, he talks about the things that you do to be different. And Larry says, and others may have said this before Larry, but Larry's the one I heard it from. Larry gets credit. You're the same today as you were yesterday, except for the books you read, the places you go, and the people you meet. So just be attentive to where you are and where you're going. And hopefully you'll be able to meet some people that might even give you a shot in the arm, if you will. Thanks for being here today. I really appreciate your attentiveness. You can go to my website at paulwilsondelivers.com or spreadyourgenius.com. I'll be happy to talk to you more about my programs, about the Hawaii operating system, about your genius positioning statement, and we can proceed from there. I'm at paul@wilsonabq.com, and phone number text is 505-252-1224. Appreciate you being here today. Thank you very much for listening. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for getting the 8th habit. I think the 8th habit is a great thing. It's kind of like compound interest, if you want to know the truth. It really ties the 7 habits together in a very, very nice package and gives it the oomph to go from effectiveness to greatness. You can do it. So go do.